Hey everyone, Daikon here, and I'm with Fargo and Brandon, who you might not know, or
No, his name is Nuts.
I'm sorry,
Retake.
Emmanuel. And we all just got back from E3 the last day, and we're just gonna share like our thoughts about what was going on. Why don't we start with you, Scareface man?
I'll go ahead and open up with some of the. I don't want to hold this damn thing.
Okay, just awkwardly hold it on your leg there.
Okay. Well,
So happy.
We'll start out. We got some merchandise. This is we got it from Payday or whatever. Some guys gave us some masks and stuff like that. And that's what the badges. Oh my God, the camera's so far away. This is what the badges look like.
It's okay,
And
you're in
hold
frame.
This for a sec. Hold this. For
No,
a
go
sec.
for it. Go for it.
Oh,
No.
for a while. Okay, sounds good. All right, new guy, good job. And then we got some cool stuff here, like this is like some game I'd show. What is this? Oh, a business card. That's cool. This is a game. It's called Brawlhalla, and don't show the back because there's Steam codes. And it's like a rare skin, so that was one cool thing that we got here. And then like you can win different things like badges, like this cute adorable little Yoshi thing.
Yoshi!
And now the camera's gonna be out of focus. And
I turned the autofocus off, so it's more good.
Oh, I should do that. But I was really hoping to get the actual plushie for that, but you had to play like the woolly thing or whatever. But
No, they just aren't out yet. Those were amiibos.
Oh, okay. Is there anything else on my other stuff? Not that important. Okay, but basically, yeah, we're gonna go over for starters what our favorite like features that happened at the thing. So, does anyone particularly want to start or?
I mean,
Good job, volunteer.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your first favorite?
All right,
feature
I
of that
have to reference my list because this behind the scenes we recorded this before.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't record this before, and it totally didn't not record. But okay, so one of the first things that had me excited, which was kind of out of the blue, I didn't really know what it was. You know, there was no hint of it beforehand, but it was over at, Square Enix, and it's World of Final Fantasy. It looked really cool. It reminded me of like the older Final Fantasy games, like the classicer games.
Mhm.
And then it also had like this weird like little chibi dudes doing stuff. I don't know, like there was like
It had
a
that-
tiny cloud.
that cute little.
Yeah, but then
like, yeah.
the other characters were like full size still, and it was like, what's going on? Like, is he? I had no idea what was going on in that game. It's just that when I saw it, I was like, I want to play this.
It's
I
super,
gotta play
super
this.
cute.
It has that Animal Crossing look to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I
that
didn't
cute
know
little look,
Uh-huh,
you know.
uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, my number one thing that popped up that I really liked was the Final Fantasy VII trailer. I really loved that. That's something I've been looking forward to. I thought you were gonna hand me the mic or something because you were adjusting. But but I really look forward to that. I love that. It's beautiful graphics, and I'm looking forward to how some of the scenes play out. Like for example, when the blood trail in the Shinra HQ, like that's going to be crazy. And like the cross-dressing with Cloud, but also one of the things that I was thinking about, like I wonder if they're maybe gonna make it rated MA or whatever, because they can get away with that. A lot of us
Yeah.
are adults now, when we grew up with the game and stuff, and you can get away with like
That's a good question.
they're cussing all the time or whatever. I mean, because that was just a
Yeah.
personality trait, but I don't know. But that was my number one.
The one I was most excited for is, of course, the one that's on my shirt. Fallout 4. Man, I'm not gonna lie, I got teary-eyed when I saw that trailer. I really, really did. I've been waiting for that game for 5-7 years now, so to finally see it manifesting and it's gonna be here this year. It's gonna be here. I'm excited as hell. I can't wait to get into it. Did you guys ever play the Fallout franchise at all?
I played 3 and I did the littlest tiny the beginning portion of 2.
Oh, okay.
I-
Well, now in Fallout 4, they're introducing, you can make your own base and stuff.
I saw that,
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
it was
It
like,
looks,
really
cool.
yeah, it
What?
looks really,
Yeah.
really in depth,
Uh-huh.
and for Fallout players, we've been asking for that for a long time. So
Oh.
that's really exciting. So and another thing that's weird is the Fallout has always been. There's always been a silent protagonist. It's always been one of those franchises. But at the end of the trailer, the protagonist, the Vault Dweller,
Uh-huh.
talks. And just something so simple, just talking, just the crowd just what?
Oh.
When he talks, so there's just all kinds of new surprises, with that surrounding that game. So I'm excited to sell. I can't wait. It's supposed to come out in November, I believe. Yeah, November 10th, November 14th. But yeah, it's right around the corner, so I'm excited to sell. I can't wait.
To find out more information, click Brandon's face.
Or the guy here.
Oh yeah,
I want to get you more unnecessary. Okay, what was your number 2 favorite thing?
Let me. I mean that list that doesn't exist. Okay, so my number 2 was Star Fox. I mean,
He means furries.
Okay, so me personally, I felt like there hasn't been like a real Star Fox since Star Fox 64. I mean, there was Command, and I'm sure there's fans out there for Star Fox Command, but the game was shit. I'm sorry, you have bad opinions.
Here comes the blaming.
Yeah, no. No, it was alright. It didn't feel like a Star Fox game to me. It was too tactical, and I like tactics in other games, but I just wanted to fly my jet and shoot stuff. And then I heard Assault was maybe alright, but after Command I was just like, no, I gotta stay off this for a while, because I was like super disappointed. And so when I saw this, and it's pretty much everything that I was wanting in the actual sequel, it's like, it's finally come back for me. Like, I can finally return home. Because I used to play Star Fox all the time. Like, it'd be every day. Like, I'd complete like every route, like all these weird combinations, go to all like the little bonus levels and stuff. And I don't know, it was just like one of my favorite games of all time. And now finally get like a sequel that I know I'll enjoy, and I got to try it out, so I can confirm that I will enjoy it because I enjoyed what I played of it so far.
It was really interesting too, because I was watching him play the demo, and when I played the demo, the controls were kind of weird to me. I wasn't really used to it, so it felt kind of awkward because you had to pass between your little gizmo here and looking at the screen and all these different things, so I wasn't used to that. But when I watched him play it, it looked really interesting. I don't know if he did it on purpose, but he made it look so sleek and like he was a professional or something. Like he was flying straight, and this giant robot picks something up and chucks this debris at him, or this building at him, and all of a sudden he switched into like, what's it called, the chicken mode or whatever?
I don't know, you turned into like
it
a
does
bird.
look like the little chicken.
And he made it look so slick, like he dodged it as he landed the chicken.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
like
I'm like,
Transformers.
are you serious? It's like Transformers basically. So he made me appreciate it a lot more. Like, it looked really cool. It's seeing somebody actually be able to use a control scheme as opposed to me or whatever.
I'm excited for that transforming chicken thing too.
All right, my number 2, the second thing that popped up that I really enjoyed was Kingdom Hearts 3. I've been a pretty big fan of Kingdom Hearts since the beginning. Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2, Chain of Memories also. I wasn't able to play like 365 days or something like that. Some of the
one on the DS.
Yeah. I haven't played some of the side ones like that, but the 3 like main ones, you can say main ones. I think that's fair to say like that. I played those, followed the storyline pretty cool. So I was excited about 3. I really liked how his clothes were most sleek, and how like when he moved around, it felt like he can do it, like just jump over everything.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's programmed that way, or if it's just like that's how the terrain is or whatever. Like
the way they showed it looked kind of,
yeah.
I don't want to say for sure, but it looked kind of open world.
Yeah.
Like you could go anywhere, like as he was like fighting stuff, like he was going up the mountain, down the mountain, like jumping.
Yeah, it could have been just good spatial usage too. Yeah. Like the level was small, but they spaced it well, and like the graphic assets, I kind of think they took it right out of like from Pixar itself. Like it felt like a Pixar animation in terms of like the tangled world and stuff. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I look forward to it.
I gotta admit, I've never played Kingdom Hearts.
That's okay. I won't play everything. I'm not gonna hate you for that.
Okay, good. You're the first.
I didn't play Fallout.
So many people have gotten mad at me because I never touched it.
but yeah, it's a great game. It's pretty cool. So what was your second?
Another game that I was really interested in is a new IP from Sony. It's called Horizon Last Dawn. Horizon Last Dawn, I believe.
Not the first time.
That game, not the first one. That game looks insanely beautiful and a little bit unique. It's
just a little bit.
Yeah, I don't have too much information on it because they haven't released any yet, but I saw the press conference, and then at E3 I was able to go see an extended version of that demo that they played at the conference, so that was really, really cool. pretty much the story goes is Earth, nature of Earth, it pretty much takes over the land again. You know, cities die out and whatnot, and you know, Earth just takes over. You know, you got that, you know, the trees, you know, and wilderness taking over cities and stuff. But there are still humans around, and the humans that are around are really primitive. You know, they're wearing, you know, like the caveman era, or whatever. But they have these high tech weaponry and stuff that they get from the animals within nature. The thing is, though, the animals in the nature are robots, so it's weird. So you have like nature and machines switching spots. You know, nature takes the world back, and all the animals are machines. It's weird, and the humans that have survived whatever happened, you know, they hunt down these animals for, you know, like Robotech from. They hunt down their protoculture, I guess you can say, for those of you who know Robotech. But yeah, that game looks really interesting, looks really, really amazing. It is going to be an open world game. They told me that today during the presentation. So yeah, it just looks beautiful. It looks awesome. It looks unique. So yeah, definitely worth checking out.
Okay,
definitely.
He kind of destroyed the rhythm of the theme because we were going for like little, and then that wasn't a little.
I'm sorry.
I just mean because, like you said,
I had to, you know.
The joke was ruined.
I had to talk about that game in
it was not a little. And then what was your third?
My third was all of this was another thing that just came out of the blue, and I think this is exclusive to Sony. I'm not 100% sure, but it's called Cuphead. And it's
yes.
and it's by
Forgot about that.
It's by a little indie studio, and it looks just like some old school cartoon.
Steamboat Willie.
Yes, like exactly like that, but it's running at like 60 frames per second, and it's like a platformer bullet hell thing. Like I don't know, okay, like Metal Slug, but with
that art concept from way long ago.
Like it's not even close to that art style. It just is like if no one told me that was a game, I would have thought it was a cartoon. And it's just like wow, like they put a lot of effort into what they were doing.
I'm gonna check that out for sure. That looks really fun.
Cool. I haven't heard of it, but
I'll show you later.
It's cool. Check it out.
And if you haven't
awesome.
heard it, click here on my fingertip,
or here on my fingertip. My third favorite thing, the thing I really enjoyed was Zelda Trinity Heroes. And at first, I was
actually called Triforce Heroes.
Triforce Heroes. I'm a true fan. So at first, I was like asking like, why did they go to 3? Why not 4? Like, why'd they drop one? And they dropped the purple one.
I was like, what happened to purple?
I'm watching you, Nintendo. So they dropped the purple one, and at first, when we were in line, we saw the different levels like that, and I kind of thought like, might not enjoy it as much because like we're just watching it over and over again, and people are making a lot of derpy mistakes. But when we actually started playing,
look at these idiots.
Yeah, when we were actually playing, we actually made so many derpy mistakes, and it was really fun. Like there was this instance where we had like the gust jar, and then a bomb, and I threw the bomb over to some platform, and someone gusted over to another platform, and then this guy gusts it back to me, and
caught it.
I catch it,
and then it exploded in his hands.
So that was unexpected because I didn't expect to actually catch it. I thought, just hit me, I'll blow up, but it was like, oh, what? And then so that was pretty interesting. But the most memorable part for me that happened was when we were in one of the puzzles. There was a situation in which I needed someone to gust me over a platform, and well, this is the way I worded it. I said, okay, you blow me, then blow her, then she blows me. And when I said that, I was like, oh crap, that sounds really bad. But I didn't even want to acknowledge it, so I didn't say like, don't take that the wrong way or anything. I just was quiet. Now the person that said something was the Nintendo hostess, and she's like,
That's funny.
And she's like, I won't return the favor, but I'm like, oh my god, you're making this so awkward right now. So
that's funny when the host says something.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So
that's cool.
What's your third favorite feature?
Me. Okay. God, there were so many favorites, but I gotta say next was Battlefront by EA.
It's like it's not even Star Wars. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh wait, no. Everyone do this. Now, Daikon has to edit in lightsabers.
Wow.
Have fun with that. It's probably gonna be awesome. Or he's just gonna say "F you."
Anyways, Star Wars Battlefront was a blast. Despite the fact I had to wait in line for 2 hours to play it. Oh.
Hey, check to see, make sure it's recording.
Yeah, the wait to play the game was nuts, but it was worth it though. It was cool. First, they had two like sections, left and right. They had a seating section that was going to be the rebels, and then to the right they had a 40-person seating section for who's going to be in the Empire. So whichever side you want to play on, that's the line you get into. So I didn't know that at first, so I just got into the the line I was told to get into. So I was on the rebel side. So I waited in line for 2 hours, and we finally get to go in. And as soon as the doors open for our group, it's the icy hallways of Hoth.
Nice.
Just like in The Empire Strikes Back. So it's cool. You walk in there. There's a couple soldiers in there, pilots in there, or whatever. Just greeting everybody. So you walk in there. You walk through the hall. The icy halls and stuff. There's R2D2 right around the corner. So that was really cool. And then you walk into a briefing room. They have 2 big screens or whatever, and you're it's just like you're in The Empire Strikes Back. You're in their base. You have screens around you and stuff the screens both showed you like what's the situation, what are you going to be doing in the game and stuff, what are the objectives, what to do, what not to do. So that was really cool. So we watched those, and then they let us out into the seating area where we each got to go sit at our own screen with a PS4 controller, and got to play it for about 20-25 minutes. So it was a good long while, and it wasn't just some short little 5-minute demo. It was a whole match, a whole battle. So it was cool. So
when you explain this, like the way you described it, it made me feel like it was literally 40 players versus 40 players.
Oh yeah, yep,
it
is. Yeah,
wow,
it is. It
really
was a
cool.
it was a 40-on-40 battle.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys saw the EA section, but yeah, if you saw like the seating arrangements or whatever,
I had no idea what it was for.
Yeah. There were literally 40 seats on one side and 40 seats on the other side of that section. The rebels. Yeah, we did. It was awesome. But if you're familiar with any of the older games, it's the same concept. You spawn in game with a person. You have select weapons. You have abilities and whatnot. So yeah, and what's different about this one is it seems, at least what they showed in the trailer, it seems that main characters randomly join the battle. So it turns into kind of like a Dynasty Warriors thing or whatever. In the trailer, it just showed the regular typical Battlefront, and at the end of the trailer, all of a sudden Vader shows up on Hoth.
Is he like Lubu?
Yeah, exactly like that. And then so he shows up in Hoth, and chokes some soldier out or whatever, and you're just like, oh shit. And then Luke Skywalker comes out of the base and just runs straight to Vader, and they just and then the trailer cuts out right there. But yeah, it really is. So aside from being a regular typical battle, it really seems that there are going to be American characters that are going to join the battle, and I don't know if you can control them or you got to protect them or whatever, or you got to unlock them by doing something in the battle or whatever to kind of boost some morale and up your chances. But it looked awesome. The game looks good. It plays well. So yeah, it's worth checking out. It was fun.
Alright, for this next section, we're going to be talking about our favorite experiences. Not necessarily the features, but like stuff that happened.
Yeah, just
whoa.
Not exciting.
Okay, I'll go ahead and open up real quick. I have a really quick short one. So my favorite experience is the first one that popped up. Where is it? Oh, okay, I found it. It's so Rooster Teeth was over there in LA or whatever, coming to the thing, and this guy like walks up to go talk to Gavin and stuff. And so he's introducing himself, and I'm like right next to him, being like a wingman or like that. So I decided to introduce myself, and so I go up with this because it was in my hand. I just got out of the Evolve, and I'm like go to shake his hand. He looks so offended. He was like,
He didn't know what to do with that.
And then he just started talking to Jess. I'm like, okay.
What would you do if someone came up to you with a big old claw? Hi.
I would shake it. But that was interesting. I don't know what was actually going through his head, but I thought it was funny that it looked like he was offended by, I don't know, his mother was killed by this or something.
Experiencing like some PTSD from I don't know.
Yeah, so that was one of my memorable presents. Go ahead.
I got to meet Fatality.
I don't know who that is.
Fatality he's a pro gamer, but he's a well-known one. He's won dozens upon dozens of tournaments and whatnot, and he's known for Quake, Painkiller. Those were first-person shooters back in the early 2000s or early 2000s, I believe.
Oh, actually, I'm not. I think that's probably why I haven't heard of him. I'm not really too much into first person. I think the only thing I've done is
okay.
Left 4 Dead and then CS:GO recently because a lot of people in my group like play it. So
yeah,
he was one of the first big ones that got the competitive gaming scene noticed a little bit and actually caught the eye of the media. Yeah, and I first found out of his existence when I was a teenager. I got to see him on 60 Minutes. And my dad, I've always, I've been into video games since I could pick up a controller. So when my dad saw this, and decided to, go ahead and show me, so I was like, oh, that's badass. I want to do that. So I was able to see him, meet him. Really, really cool guy. Really, really cool, humble guy. It was awesome to see him. So
I always like hearing humble.
Yeah, he is. He is. I don't think he competes anymore, but he does have his own company.
I played him at a previous E3 in Quake once.
Oh, really?
The rules was,
hell yeah.
The rule was if you could frag him once.
Oh,
then
yeah,
you would
yeah,
win
yeah.
like,
Good luck,
like
good luck.
$1,000 worth of stuff, right? I could not touch him.
Yeah.
I couldn't get near him.
Wow.
I would go around the corner, like just peek out, like beep, headshot.
Oh, you know what? He does. There is QuakeCon every year. There's a QuakeCon, I believe, in Texas, and he trains for that. And he actually takes on apprentice, only a really small amount of apprentices to come live with him and train them. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, that game is that's his. Yeah.
Bread and butter.
I'm not surprised that you weren't be able to touch him. So yeah, that was one of my favorite times. It was cool to meet him.
And maybe having that visible list again. All right.
This is a long one.
Okay. So this is kind of a whole day story, but I'm gonna summarize it as best as I can. Okay, so
take your time. Take my time. I'll go fast.
So the day, I guess, before E3 officially started, Xbox was holding like this thing where you had to get like a badge, a wristband, and another thing, so that way you could get into like their conference, which was the next day, and then you could get VIP into the Twitch party, because I guess they were partnering with Twitch to throw that, and then and like some other stuff. And so I got that, and the next day I end up going to the Twitch party, right? Of course, with JoJo, Keybon, you might know him better as, and he went in, but I had to actually leave before I went into the party to take care of some stuff. But he got in just fine. Whatever. But the thing is, when I got back, the line was super huge, and for some reason there are lots of angry people out front, and I was like, what's going on? so I walked to the front because I was like, all right, I have this wristband on, and I should be able to just walk in, right? I mean, on our little flyers it said VIP to the Twitch party. So I walk in, and the guard is like, wait. And I go, what is it? And he's like, are you with Twitch? And I'm like, no, but I have this. And he goes, no, you don't get in. And I was like, what do you mean I don't get in? And then like some guy behind me was like, yeah, what do you mean we don't get in? Yeah, the same thing. And like the crowd was like they lied to us. But it just turned out that like, I guess only at the beginning of the party they were letting them in, and then something happened, and then they just decided to retract that. But so I'm waiting outside, like, oh god, how am I gonna get in this thing?
No wonder it took you so long to
Yeah.
meet up with them.
Yeah. And then so I called JoJo. I'm like, hey, I'm stuck outside. And he was like, what do you mean you're stuck outside? And then I explained the whole thing to him. And eventually he came out. And
When he first told me this story, he didn't word it that way. He said, Joe, I'm stuck outside. If you can't get me in there, I'm going home. Like, that's how he said it to me.
And so he came outside and you know, the first time he sees me and he mentioned to the guard like hey, that guy needs to come in here. He's like, I need him. And the guard,
Also not how he told
no.
me. Oh, okay,
Because
okay,
that
okay.
I'll get to it. And then the guard was like, no, we can't let anyone in. And then, you know, JoJo was like, but, you know, like, he's part of, like, our group, like, we're all together. And then I was like, no. And then JoJo went back in for, like, 5 minutes. Like, I don't know what he's doing. I was like, is he gonna get in? And, like, he was texting me. He was like, don't worry. I got you covered. Just don't worry. And then so he came back out. And then he started acting. Like, he's like, come on, man, like, I really need him. I mean, he's driving us, and I'm so fucked right now. Like, if he doesn't get in, like, I don't know how I'm gonna get back. And like, you know, and he's just making the story about how shit-faced he was, but he was actually sober at the time. And then I guess eventually the guard just started feeling empathetic, and he was like, all right, you can bring him in.
Yeah, he's like, no, dude, I don't want to argue.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah. And then of course, like the crowd behind me with the other people were like, what about us?
Take me to the promised land.
That sucks.
So finally get in, and then you know, we have a few drinks and whatever, and music's good. We're just having a good time, and
Having a good time.
I'm not gonna sing the whole song. And then I was like sending like pictures of the event out on like Instagram or whatever, and then I noticed someone who I follow was sent out like a picture, but from like a higher balcony, and they're like, enjoying the Twitch party in VIP, and I was like, oh my god.
Mother of God.
And so I looked up, and you know, I see like people all up around like the main section, and you know, one of the guys that I'm a fan of is up there somewhere. And so
good.
Yeah.
Good.
And so I start looking. I'm like, how can I get in there? And I notice people going up there have these white wristbands. Now, see, this doesn't work for me because my wristband at the time was black, right? But then,
Like a video game or something.
But then as I'm staring at my wristband, like I look at it at an angle, and I notice the inside of the wristband is white. And I was like, again, mother of God.
We're gamers. We solve puzzles like this.
Keep note of this,
easy.
game designers. You have to be able
Yeah.
to flip wristbands in your games.
So I turn it inside out, and I go up to one of the guards, and I just walk in like nonchalantly, but I get stopped, and the guard grabs my hand like, wait, are you with Twitch? And I go, yeah, I was like, yeah.
Were you really?
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then the guard was just like turning my wrist slowly, because on the actual wristbands it's white, but on the bottom it said Twitch on it. It's a Twitch TV. And so when he got my wrist all the way around and there was nothing there, he's like, you better leave. And I was like,
really?
like, not like, I don't think like the party made
Yeah,
Took out a
yeah.
knife and everything.
but
He
yeah,
had a
pretty much
gun
I was like, woo,
pointed
woo,
at
woo,
him.
woo, 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 like I just like speed walked out of there.
Jump out the balcony into the fountain on the first floor.
Yeah, and then so you know, when I got out of the fountain, I decided to try again, because why not? And there was a, you know, a separate entrance into the VIP area, and when I walked in that one, I just like flashed my wrist like this.
Hi.
Yeah, like hi. And then the guard was just like, yeah, okay, come in. And so I got in there, and then I was like, oh my god, I'm really here. I gotta tell JoJo. And then so I let JoJo in, and then somehow JoJo talked to someone else in the VIP and got this guy in.
Oh,
but
really?
but he got him in like with a legit.
I actually,
push
I
thing.
actually got a hold of a legit wristband, so I was able to.
Yeah.
But Jojo gave it to me. I don't know.
Yeah, he got it from someone up there.
It's like, hey, this guy looks drunk.
But then so we're walking around the VIP area, and then I run into Good Boulderfist and Chad, OMG Chad from Minecraft, and they're just drinking, having a good time, and I'm like, and then we just like have some small talk thing because I don't really know what to say to them. I'm just like
loud in there too.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I'm a big fan. I've been watching you since, and then I dropped like some episode from a long time ago because that's when I started watching it. And then they're just like, cool, and then we all start drinking together, and then at some point I had like this epiphany of like, if they're drunk, they aren't gonna remember who I am.
Oh.
And I want them to remember who I am. So
just slip them a business card in their pocket or whatever.
So
who the fuck is Jesse?
No, see, that's the thing. I was like, if I give them one business card, when they look at it, they're gonna like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
So I needed to make it memorable, or at least confuse them to the point that they would think they met someone super important. So I gave Chad like a stack of like 10 business cards when I handed it to him, and he was just like, yeah, cool, and then he just kept drinking. And then I turned to Good, and I feel like he was more drunk. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was just enjoying the music, but he was just drinking and like bobbing his head. And I put my hand on his shoulder, and he looks at me in the eyes, and without breaking eye contact, like no homo, but without breaking eye contact, I take a stack of like 30 cards like this big and slide them into his pocket.
His front pocket.
Yeah, his front pocket. And then he was just like, yeah. And then he gave me his business card. So
that's great.
And then the thing is, somewhere like after that, at some point, I don't remember the rest of the night. I just remember waking up in my car in the parking structure with JoJo next to me, and he woke up too. We woke up like simultaneously. We're like, where are we? And it was 6 a.m. and I had like vomit on my yeah. First of all, I hope I don't, because Good always has crazy stories about when he goes to parties. I hope I'm not in a crazy story. I don't know what happened, but hopefully, like we had a good time, stopped talking, and then whatever this went on happened separately, like in the bathroom or something. But yeah, so that happened.
I wonder if it's still recording.
I'm pretty sure it is. So why don't you tell people about yours?
My second?
Yeah.
So my second favorite experience, we were in line to get another badge by playing Smash Brothers.
Yeah, Smash Brothers. Yeah, it's so
on
brand
the Wii U or whatever. So we were playing that, and we got in line, and I was when I got up there, I was fighting against Daikon, Kibon, and Stephanie. And I don't have a Wii U at home, so I haven't played it at all in a long time. I used to play it, whatever. But these guys at least practice it a little bit every now and then. And I went and I picked a balanced champion like Samus because she's pretty heavy, she can get in the ruckus, and she's ranged, so she can sit there and rack up damage and stuff. And so I'm just trying to play smart, like I'm not like impressive or anything, I'm just playing smart. And so I'm like just rocketing and charging my bullets, shooting them when I can, basically being an opportunist and stuff like that, and taking as little damage as possible because I want to win the badge. And as I'm doing this, all of a sudden I start hearing people behind me like, "Who's that Samus? Oh my god, the Samus is so good. That's the best player." And I was like, like me, typically when it comes to other things, I'm like trying to be humble or whatever. Like I don't really care about having an ego, or like unless I'm just joking. Like, yeah, okay, but typically I don't care about that. But because they're saying this stuff, it's starting to blow up my head. I'm like, oh my god, stop. So we play it out, and then we take out Kibon and Steph. I don't know who killed who, but
you got JoJo out first.
Yeah,
not on purpose. I just
Smart.
Whoever was open, I took them out. And then he was left. I was one stock ahead of him, but I was already sweating because the thing is with Samus's mid-air, usually I use this to kill Kirby, and this guy means Kirby, right? And her mid-air used to be, yeah, and when it hits, you go, oh, it's like a simple kick. But now it's like, So it does like this tiny dance basically. So I didn't have the killing move I usually use. So I was starting to sweat because these guys behind me were like, oh my god, Sam is so good. So my head's like, oh god, now there's expectations. I have to do well here. So I'm trying to think like, how am I gonna beat him? How am I gonna beat him? And then he just messed up his jump and died.
I miscounted my jumps.
So I stopped there. But yes, that was enjoyable. You know, hearing the compliments or whatever.
Dang, that's cool.
What was your second?
Mine. I walked on over to Bethesda. That was like the first place I went to because, you know, yeah. But aside from Fallout 4, I'm really, really excited for Doom. So I went over to Doom, and they have this whole badass setup. They have this cool backdrop of a scene from the game, and they have one of the I forgot his damn name, but one of the tallest demon, like skeletal demon with 2 cannons on his shoulders.
Skeletor.
They had like a live tall ass statue of him or whatever, and you know, just hanging from the ceiling or whatever. So he looks badass, you know, with his cannons and all that shit. And they're allowing you to take pictures with him. So
you should send that to him so he can show
I'll put
it
it in the video.
yeah, I will do that. It's probably gonna show up right now. Boop.
And
Anyways.
slide this way, and then slide this way, and then fade in, and then out.
So, anyways, they were giving you a replica of the rifle from the game, so you can go ahead and, you know, pose and stuff, and yeah, just pose like you're, you know, gonna blast the fucker away.
Yeah, that picture looks really cool.
So yeah, so that was awesome, and then, you know, there was a little kiosk where you can email it to yourself, so that was cool. That's a pretty cool way to promote the game and, you know, get the picture out there and stuff and get the game name out there. So yeah, really excited for Doom. That snap map looks amazing. Create your own map. That looks awesome, so I'm excited for that.
So did Antoine ever figure out that what happened to Hawkeye?
Oh, that Hawkeye dies in Avengers 2.
Oh, you told that to Antoine.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, that poor guy.
So
Transitioning into a second experience.
So one of my our friends, Antoine, not Antoine, Antoine, like it's a small insect and a magical device. Earlier on the basically the first day, we picked him up from the airport, and when I put the window down, I'm like, hey, Antoine, have you seen Avengers 2 yet? And he's like, huh? No. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Hawkeye dies. And he was like, motherfucker, why would you? And he just goes on a rap. He's like, I have been avoiding that shit. Like I've been not looking at the internet. I've been, you know, like everything, like going out of my way to purposely avoid anything about movies, just so that he doesn't hear anything about that, because he's been waiting to watch it for the longest time.
That's horrible, poor guy.
And he's just losing it. He's like, if you were my friend, I would kick your ass right now. and then so he was, you know, being like a salty Pete the rest of the day, and then that's when we ended up going to the Xbox thing to get, you know, all the setup right, and that was it was at, I remember where it was now, Hollywood and Highland. It's like some sneezy place, you know.
Sneezy.
It's like, you know, where all the people with like the poodles and stuff go.
Oh.
And this is important because so after we get our badges and stuff, we're walking back, and this place happens to have like these little kiosks where you can reach in and get like doggy treats for your dog, like little milk bones, right? Yeah. And so as we're walking back, he's in the front, and he reaches into one of the kiosks and just grabs like a handful.
I don't know if they can see your hand.
And just grabs like a handful. and then we're all like, why did he grab a bunch of milk bones? And then he brings it to his mouth, and you hear like the snap, you hear like a and then you just see him chewing, and all of us are like, what the fuck, this guy? And then he turns around and he's like
Poor guy.
He's like, oh, you never tried one? And we're like, no. And he's like, it's not bad, you know, like people could eat it, it's great. and then he's like, you guys want to try one? Everyone else was like, I don't know, but I'm very curious about things, so I'm like, yes, give me one. And so he hands me a milk bone, and I'm like, and I start chewing it, and I'm like, and then he goes, oh shit, you actually ate it? And then he was like, and he opens his other hand, he's like, I didn't eat mine. And I was like, motherfucker.
Wait, so what was it exactly?
It was a milk bone, like those little doggy treats.
It was an actual
Yeah,
doggy treat.
yeah.
That's not like
Like an
okay.
actual
I'm thinking that's like
legitimate
a
doggy
clever
treat.
name for a candy or something.
No.
Oh my god, that sucks.
And
He
so-
got you back though. for
Yeah,
fucking with
yeah,
him.
yeah. That was his plan. But then I don't want to say it backfired, but it wasn't as bad as he thought it was. I'm chewing it, right, and I'm like, this isn't that bad. I'm like, it tastes kind of like.
He's gonna start bringing.
Yeah, I know. It tastes
Getting
kind of
snacks.
like if you just took a bunch of the Honey Nut Cheerios and you like crunched them into the shape of a bone.
Interesting.
And so I was like, it's kind of like breakfast cereal.
I'd
And
rather have breakfast.
Yeah, and then he was like, huh, you're taking this real well.
Wow,
You know what?
that's so funny.
I'll take a bite too, since you're being a good sport about it. And
It's
so
like you're double jerking.
Yeah, I know,
I'm kidding. It tastes like crap.
imagine. But yeah, he took a bite and he was like, "You're right." And we're
Wow.
just like,
I gotta
Who-
try
who
this
did-
now.
Oh, okay.
if
I'll try
you
it.
got some milk bones near you, just take a bite. It's pretty good. Well, I wouldn't say it's pretty good.
Put a
It's just
disclaimer here
if you
for
like
health
Cheerios.
risk.
I don't know.
That's funny.
It might make you more healthy. I don't know.
Oh.
Give you a nice coat of hair.
Why would you feed a dog something you can't eat?
Yeah,
You have a dog?
I used to.
Oh, so if your parents start seeing milk bones in the pantry. What is this doing here?
All right. What was your
You know what?
Carry on.
My favorite.
Third one, yeah.
I'd have to say it was that night, but I don't know if it would be okay if I.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, night one of E3. We go to a bunch of different events. The last one was the Twitch party that he was describing earlier. Him and JoJo get fucked up.
I don't know.
Fucked up.
I think I didn't have enough for dinner. I don't know.
He's driving. He's parked in a parking structure a little ways away. So, we're fucked up. Go to his car. Get in the car. Him and JoJo. JoJo?
Oh wait, you had the perspective that I don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
Nah,
Yes, yes.
No, this is good because I want to know.
Yeah.
So,
I know.
JoJo knocks out with his head back.
What time is it? At this
Jesse
time?
passes out. Oh, this had to be Twitch party ended at 2. So,
Oh.
so we went outside to mingle for like a 15 minutes or whatever.
Yeah,
So we probably
okay.
got to your car around like 2:20, 2:30 in the
Yeah.
morning.
The pieces are coming together.
So JoJo, Jesse,
No
all
sorry.
night. So at the Twitch party, I started to have water in between my drinks. So by the time we got back to your car, I was just a little bit buzzed.
Uh-huh.
And throughout the night, I sobered up. So you two passed out. I'm in the back of the car, a little bit warm because, it's
Yeah.
starting to become summer. Or it is summer, sorry. Anyways, so I'm just sitting there, just twiddling my fingers. Fuck. So security is doing, their little patrol or whatever, and passes by us. Your door is wide open the entire night too.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, oh shit, man, they're gonna call the cops or whatever.
Uh-huh.
So I get out and I go for a walk. I go on the roof of the parking structure and I'm just sitting there, enjoying the night, looking up at the stars, all the LA buildings around me.
Thinking of deep stuff.
I'm just like, fuck, my phone's dead. I can't play any games. I don't have my 3DS on me. Yeah, I guess I'll just have to wait. So I go back down the stairwell, and as soon as I get to our floor of the stairwell, I see security behind you guys again, shining a flashlight in the back of your car. I'm like, fuck, dude, no. So they just drive off. I'm like, wait, what? So I go, and I run over to your car door.
Uh-huh.
I noticed there's throw up. There's throw up already on the floor. Not inside your car, but I guess you must have managed to throw up outside of your car.
This is new.
So, anyways,
That was new.
yeah. That was new. So, anyways, I go to you. I'm like, hey, Jesse, security just passed by us like twice tonight, and they were just shining a flashlight in here. We might want to go because they might call the cops. You? All over yourself,
was yours?
Okay.
all over your shirt, your pants, and you threw up in your sleep, just, and I watched you, and I'm just like, okay, so I'm like, fuck, dude, so I don't want to go in your car again,
Yeah.
because you threw up. but your door was open, so I decided to sit down and I laid down for a little bit because I was exhausted and my feet were hurting for walking all around the E3. So anyways, I lay down for like an hour maybe. And then this guy comes and knocks on our window. This was just some spectator. I don't know. He's like, "Hey, your car's gonna die, man. Tell him his car's gonna die if you guys don't turn off the lights." Since you had the door open all night, all the interior lights were on. I don't know if that was a dream or not. I don't know. It seemed real. I remember the guy's face, but now that I think about it, I don't know if it was a dream or not. But I wasn't that fucked up though. So I don't know. So anyways. I'm still trying to lay down, and then you start making noises, and you continue these noises for the rest of the night.
Like,
you're just
like moaning. Or...
No. It was.
It sounds like him too.
It was probably like I'm trying. My body's trying to wake up. It's like get up.
All fucking night. I'm just like, dude, Jesse, are you okay? And of course, you're just still asleep. Just. So I'm like, fuck, dude. So I get up again because I don't want to listen to that shit while I'm trying to rest. So I go down to the first floor of the parking structure, and I get to the door and it said, "Oh, this door does not open from the outside." So I'm like, fuck. So I can't leave to go get a bite to eat or a drink. So I close it. So I open it just to make sure, and there's some guy passed out at the top of the stairwell or whatever. So I'm like, oh fuck. So I close the door or whatever, and there's nothing around to leave to keep the door open. So I was trapped in the parking structure. I couldn't leave or else I'd lock myself out. So anyways, I go back up to your car, and I have no choice but to wait until you guys woke up around 5:30ish.
Yeah,
you guys finally woke up. The sun was already starting to come up. I had been up all night. I probably just laid down for an hour, like in the back of your car, just trying to sleep, but I couldn't.
Holy crap.
So yeah, so finally, so finally they wake up around 5:30ish, and just this guy just tried to collect himself and wake up. Oh my god. Oh my god!
Impersonation.
Wait, what? Oh my god! you were fucked up. You must have been hurting. And JoJo's just just being the quiet bear right over there. Just So anyways. You finally managed to turn. So finally, you close the door. You look for your keys.
The vomit.
Yeah, the vomit all over you. You finally get the car going, and we leave. And we left the parking structure. So, anyways, we get down to go pay, and it was one of those parking structures where you gotta put in your ticket and then pay for your time, and then the bar goes up and you leave. So the machine wasn't reading our ticket, so I had to go find someone to go make a new ticket and give it to us, and then go put it in and all that shit. So that was a pain in the ass. So anyways, we finally start going home, and on the way home, you're still doing your fuck. Oh my god! Yeah, so you're just like, JoJo, never again, man. Just. Oh my god!
I was so surprised. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so anyways, we're finally on the freeway. We're a couple exits away from JoJo's house. Like,
yeah. I was like, I'm driving. I can't put my head out the window.
Joe's like, don't do it, man. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're like,
yeah. In my head, I'm like, I'm trying.
Yeah, yeah. And then when you finally gave up, you're just like, fuck it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was just like it was just like a waterfall. Like,
we're driving in the fast lane going 75. It was doing 75. He's just like, fuck it. Waterfall of throw up just while you're driving. And George was just like, fool. I'm just in the back laughing my ass off, man. Yeah, that dude. And then we finally got to JoJo's at like 6:30 in the morning. I'm surprised JoJo touched you. Like, all right, bye, JoJo. Yeah, get sleep, get rest. We gotta go to E3 in a couple hours. Bye, Brandon. I'm not fucking touching you, man.
I didn't touch him either when he got home.
Yeah, so finally got home around 6:30. Finally, we were able to pass out.
And then
Man.
you tell the story when I got back.
Okay, when he got back, I was acting like the worried housewife. Or like, oh no, where have you been all night? I've been calling you. You didn't respond at all. What's going on? And then he's like, I don't remember what he said, but I think it was like, oh, fuck up or something like that. And I was like, okay, don't touch me. It's all gross and stuff. And so,
Did you see all of that?
Yeah,
though?
I did. So I guess the other highlights, 'cause I don't remember everything. It's been a couple days already, and I have really bad memory. But the other highlights was like he went to go take a shower, and so I'm just doing like
That was a
research.
highlight, huh?
So I'm sitting there just like researching like marketing and stuff like that. I'm just like researching stuff, and then like I realized like, hey, it's been like 40 minutes. What's going on? So I go to knock on the door thinking like, is he gonna die? I don't think so. It's the shower, right? He can't drown from that and like that. But I'm worried a little bit because it's like, it's been 40 minutes. What the hell? So I'm knocking, listening, running movements. I think the water might be changing. So I keep this up a couple of times. I think like every 3 minutes I check for like a couple of like, I don't know, 3 or 4 times like that. And then at some point I'm like, he's probably fine. What happened?
Oh no, it's hot.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's super hot.
So after checking a couple times, I kind of just like, it's fine. It's just a shower. You can't drown for that, hopefully. So I just continued doing what I was doing, and then I heard him finally get out. I'm like, okay, sweet, he's fine, good. So after that, I was feeling hungry already, so I went over here into the room, and he was sleeping, and I started shaking his leg, and I was like, I wouldn't bother you. I would let you sleep over because I kind of want a nap too or whatever, but I'm kind of hungry. It's just, yeah.
Can you go make me breakfast?
Yeah, can we figure out something about
He throws
food?
up on him while he's cooking.
God.
There's your breakfast.
So this guy's like, hey, just give me 10 more minutes, it's fine. And I'm like, dude, it's not gonna be 10 minutes. You're gonna pass out and be gone for like 6 hours. So he's like, oh, just 10 more minutes. I'll wake up. It's like, okay. So I leave. I come back in 3 minutes. And like, hey, it's already 11 o'clock. It's only like 8 o'clock. He's like, what? Are you serious? And I'm like, no, it's 11:30. What? Are you serious? And I'm like, anxiety. And then I left the room. I didn't answer his question. But yeah, that was the highlights.
That's great. But yeah, man,
That was
what a
great
night
story.
that first night was. Man.
I'm glad you shared that. That was awesome.
Yeah. Spending the night in a parking structure sucks, especially when you're the one who's sober and you can't sleep.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Jeez. So my third experience that was kind of my favorite was we were at those chair things, the relaxing chairs, XL chairs where they had like the.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And were you with us? No, it was Jackie.
No, I did see them though. Awesome.
Yeah.
I want to get one.
So
of those.
we were there, and me personally, I wasn't really too much a fan of them because, like, when I looked up ergonomic chairs and stuff like that, like, there's a lot of support on the lower back. I don't know if you can see my hand gesture or not. And for these chairs, when I sat in them, there was like no support on my lower back. It was like here. So I thought that was kind of weird.
You know what? They had some that had the
really?
support. Yeah. They had a couple of them that had the little pillow right there. That works amazing. It's not, like coming from someone who does have lower back problems. Yeah,
The
some,
posture.
yeah, exactly. Those chairs are phenomenal. Those comfortable. I didn't feel any tension, any stress on my back. They felt amazing.
So you want to plug them? It's like, they're really good. You should buy them. But so we were with Jackie. What's that say?
This is my antivirus.
Oh, I thought it was like, we're out of room. You have to redo the whole. So we were there, and Jackie, our other coworker and friend, was asking like, how much are these? And the girl there was like $500, and Jackie's like, huh? Why
I've
is
heard
this so
300.
expensive? It might have been
It's like a
300,
range,
500,
yeah,
something like that.
300 seems a lot more.
But Jackie was like, huh? Why are these so expensive? And the girl there is like, they're not expensive. And in my response, I was laughing. I'm like, oh, it's because we're peasants. And when I said that, I wasn't offended. Like, I didn't care. Like, like, okay, we don't have a lot of money, so this isn't changed to us. This is like, this is like a lot of money to us, right? So I wasn't offended, but it felt like the hostess was offended because she was like, I did not say that. And like, why are you getting upset? I'm not upset about this. So, but yeah, that was my third one.
Good times.
Wrap it up, Your third.
What was my thing?
Your third was the starving story. The one that happened 2 days ago, not 3 days ago.
Yeah. Okay, so
Starving Story. That sounds like a game.
yeah, this was
It was a game.
was it yesterday?
I think it was 2 days ago.
I don't know, but
Wait, yesterday.
yeah, okay, yesterday. So me and Jojo basically split up into like 2 parties. Like Jojo was with him, and I think Jackie was with you guys too.
Yeah, it was me, Jackie, JoJo, and Susan also came for.
Yeah. And so I was with him, and like the girls on our team were like the artists and stuff. And
Wow. Doesn't even say their names or whatever.
and okay, fine. I was with Fargo, Lisa, Stephanie, and Verna.
and
me.
and wow, that other person's so unimportant. He's not even gonna say that person's name.
Fucking liar. So anyway, so we split up, and then we were all doing our own thing, and eventually it was like dinner time was coming around. Like, it was wrapping up for the day, and we were like, man, where are we gonna eat? Like, we didn't know where you guys were or whatever, anything. And then he was telling me that Jojo showed you the pizza place or something.
We went to this Basil Live Pizza or Pizza Basil Live or something like that.
Like on another day. And so I was like, well, why don't we go check out that place?
Actually, they want to check out like 3 other places, but all the lines were too long.
So they're like, oh, line too long, and we ended up going there because he mentioned it, and I figured, hey, if he's been there before and he has no complaints, it's probably good. And so we go in there. There's a huge line, not as big as the other places, but he was also moving super slow. I don't know why.
It was actually kind of fast, but when he's hungry, 3 minutes becomes 30 minutes. So.
and so they were like him, Vernon and Stephanie were sitting down, and I was in line with Lisa because we were both gonna order, and then she was gonna share. Vernon and Stephanie, I was gonna share with him, and then like as we're almost to the front of the line, my phone starts ringing, like ding, 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 and I'm like hello, and it's Jojo, and he's like, yo guy, where you at? And I'm just like, I'm getting pizza, and he was like, you're getting pizza? Like, why didn't you get the free food? And I was like, free food?
He did that to me today too.
and I was just like, what do you mean free food? And he's like over at Club Nokia, they're giving away free food. I'm like, what the fuck? And he was like, yeah, I tried to call you earlier, but you didn't pick up. So I was like, oh god damn it. And then I look at Lisa, I'm like, they have free food at Club Nokia, and she's like, where's Club Nokia? And then before I answer her question, I go back to Jojo because I didn't want to be rude or whatever. I was like, all right, we'll come. I'll call you later. And he was like, okay. And then so she asked again, so where is it? And I realized that I don't actually know. So I make an assumption. I didn't make an assumption because I didn't want to sound like I just fucking hung up without getting the information. And I'm like, oh, it's I think it's in the convention center. And she was like,
not even in the same building.
She's like, the convention center? Like, I don't want to walk all the way back here. We're already at the front of the line. And I was like, but it's free. It's free. And she's like, I don't care. I'm gonna get pizza. I don't care. And then, like she goes on to say something like, if it was like right next door, that'd be fine, but I'm not gonna walk all the way over there. And I was like, okay. And so I call back Jojo to give him like the bad news, like, oh, we are gonna go over there, like just enjoy your food and we're gonna eat here. And then he's like, what do you mean? It's like right next to you. I'm like, what do you mean right next to me? It's like, it's not in the convention center? And he's like, if you exit the pizza place and you turn right and go up the escalators, it's right there. And I was like, oh fuck. And then I look and Lisa's already like in the middle of her order. And I'm like, Lisa, stop. And she's just ignoring me because she's just like upset, like, I want to eat now. I'm like, Lisa, stop, please.
That's funny.
And then I was like, okay, well, we'll be right there. And I hang up again. And then Lisa,
so you guys were right near us then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then, so Lisa pays. And I'm like, Lisa, seriously? The place is actually right there.
Yeah.
And she just looks at me like and she's like, And then she just walks away and like goes back to the table
All
with like some
pissed off.
napkins or whatever. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
So did she eat?
Yeah, she ate her pizza.
And then you guys walk up to Club Nokia.
Yeah, and then so I'm like,
Don't spoil it.
I'm like, all right, whatever. So I go and grab this guy because she was gonna share with the other girls, and I was like, all right, let's go get some free food. And we go up the escalator up to the top floor or third floor, whatever, to Club Nokia. You know, they give us some wristbands and whatever, and we get in. JoJo's going in with us. And then when I walk in, I see all these trays of food, and I'm like, "Oh my God, he's right!
Oh,
So delicious!"
Oasis.
And I walk over there, and then I'm looking because I'm trying to see like what's in the trays because they have like the little glass covers. And then one of the chefs or whatever just hands me like a piece of paper. He's like, "Here you go," and I was like, "Okay, thanks." Like I don't know what it is. I thought it was like maybe a flyer for the event that's just like enjoy whatever.
Yeah.
And then it was like a list of prices for each thing on the menu. And it was more expensive than the pizza. And I was like, immediately my heart is crushed. I'm like, oh.
You know what? Yeah, Jojo gave you false information. Club Nokia was charging.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
There was an event going down under.
Wait,
We'll get to that.
we'll get to that.
Okay, sorry.
And so I'm just like, like he's standing right next to me, Jojo, and I'm looking at him like, you told me it was free. Because like my stomach is like imploding because I'm so hungry. I'm like, come on, man, what the fuck?
Why you gotta be so
Yeah.
rude?
And then he's like, I'm sorry, man. Someone told me that it was free. I thought it was, but you know what? Downstairs there's another party, and there I'm sure there's free food. And I'm like, okay. And I look at this guy, and he's just like.
He's like, Joe, I don't think we can handle another emotional roller coaster here.
And he's like, come on, just come on. And then so we leave the Nokia Theater, and then he's like fucking like power walking. He is gone. We're walking so slow because we're starving.
Yeah.
Right? So we lose track of him. We just know we're
Actually, it's because he's taller than us.
maybe, yeah, big legs.
He has big legs.
So, we're just like, whatever. He's downstairs, and the next thing, it'll be easy to figure out where we're going. So we go down to Club, what is it, like Lucky Strike.
Yeah, Lucky
We
Strike.
go to Lucky Strike, and we walk in, me and this guy. And from our perspective, it's just a restaurant. And then there's just like more menus and stuff, and we're like JoJo's just gone by that. We don't see where he is, and we're just like, motherfucker. and then he's just like, we're gonna just go back to the pizza place. Like, this is all too complicated.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. And I was like, yeah. And then so we walk back. He's kind of like looking like at how bad the situation is.
Yeah.
And I'm just like head in shame. And we walk back in there, and the girls are like, eat their pizza, and they're like looking at us and like, there was no free food. And so we get back in line, and then it's almost like a repeat from the past, like a fucking Groundhog Day. We get near the front, but this time I'm with him. And then my phone rings again.
And I'm like, oh, don't do it.
And then I look at it, it's JoJo again. And I was like, whatever. So I pick it up, and he's like, "Guy, where are you?" And I was like, there was no free food, so I went back for pizza. And he was like, what do you mean no free food? I'm eating right now. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, man, you had to go all the way to the back. I'm like, what do you mean all the way to the back? And he's like, yeah, all the way to the back. And I was like, we walked in there, and it was just like a regular restaurant, so we left.
Oh. Yeah, in the back, there's a door. You gotta type in a secret passcode, and then there's a bodyguard. You gotta do a secret, hand motion sign.
Boss.
Yeah. You then need to beat the boss, and then there's the food.
And then so the whole time I was just like, and then this guy is looking at me like he knows what I'm thinking. He knows I'm thinking like, maybe we should go back, and he's just like,
No, fuck it, we eat now.
And I'm just like, and JoJo's like, come on, man, you gonna come? Come on, man. And I'm like I'm just like actually silent on the phone, just like, because we're like 2 steps from ordering.
I can see the purple clouds
Yeah.
over his head.
And
The people at the pizza place are probably like, what the fuck are these
Yeah, I
guys
know.
doing, man? Do they want
and then eventually I cracked it. I'm like, okay, we'll come back. And then this guy was like, So
That's horrible.
Yeah, so we ended up going back, but this time the girls weren't eating, so we were just like, hey, well, you guys can come with us, so that way it's not like this weird thing where we keep coming back and whatever. And he's like, there's not gonna be food there. He's dying. And so we go up there, we go to the back. Sure enough, there's like some party going on back there or whatever. But when we walk up, there's a table and then there's a guy sitting there. And he's like, "Did you RSVP?" And I'm like, "No!" Yeah, in my head, I was like fucking screaming and turning. I'm like, "Ah!" Like I'm gonna fucking kill someone. Con! Yeah, con! Jojo! Yeah, keep on! And then he's just like, "What's your name, guy?" And I'm like, "Jesse Snyder." And he's like, "Oh, here on the list." I'm like, "What the fuck?" And then I'm just like, in my head, I hear the like heaven's bells. So I'm like, "Hallelujah." And then, but then, I'm like concerned for the other people in our group. And then he's like, "What's his name?" And he tells him his name, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you're on the list." And I'm just like, "What the hell is going on?" I don't know, whatever. I guess maybe JoJo like he signed us up for it, whatever. And then for some reason, only one of the girls was on the list. It was Verna, and the other two were like. But the guy gave them like an extra wristband because we all had like the same company, and he was like, if you're all together, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh
God,
man,
dude, that's crazy.
That whole time it was like
starving.
Wait, it gets better. When we get inside.
Oh yeah. You tell this part.
There's like we're looking around. There's no food anywhere. We're trying to find like a banquet.
It's all gone.
Yeah, there's just alcohol.
But I guess the thing is it's a mixer. So the way to set it up is they put the food on the tables, which basically kind of forces you to interact with the people. Mm-hmm. So like you just literally supposed to take the food off the table.
Yeah. So we all thought that people had ordered food.
Yeah.
And we're like,
so I felt like stealing.
Fucking shit. Like, am I gonna have to go to the bar and order food? Like. How many times was I told there was free food?
Jojo ate it all while you guys were looking for it.
And then Jojo came up behind us like eating a piece of chicken. And I'm like, "How would you get that?" And he was like, "You just grab it from the table." And we're like, "Oh." Yeah. And that was the end of our
That sucks, man.
Starving day.
You have a note here that you want to talk about the HoloLens.
Oh yeah, like just briefly, I just want to say that the HoloLens looks fucking baller. I've heard some stories that its actual field of view is kind of small, but I mean just from the demos and like what it looks like it can do, it looks fucking magnificent.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, they had like a demo there. I didn't get to try it. Like I don't know if it was like media only or something, but yeah, like. If you look up any of the thing, I'll put like a video link again somewhere on the screen. Wow.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that.
It was like
at all.
blowing me away.
Yeah. That's cool. That makes me want to play Minecraft.
Yeah.
I haven't played Minecraft in years, but that makes me want to, try it out.
Now,
awesome.
if you excuse me, I'm gonna go ahead and end. Wow. Have fun with that.